We would be the first to admit that we don't love budgeting. Maybe it's the math involved or the simple fact that you can't just buy whatever you want when you want to, but like it or not, it is something we all need. But who says budgeting can't be fun? Change happens in your budget when you change how you think about money. The basic idea behind cash envelopes is to control spending by making the process more visual and tangible over abstract. So, what is the cash envelope system? It is a way of budgeting and tracking expenses that involves physically separating money allocated to different categories into separate envelopes. When the money in an envelope is gone, you can't spend any more in that category until the next month. It's an old school method of budgeting that is gaining popularity again as people want to be more in charge of their finances. But like anything else, it has its pros and cons, which are worth considering before taking the plunge into the system. This method lets you see exactly where your money is going in real time and shows you exactly how much money you have left for each category with one glance. You're also forced to be aware of how much you're spending daily because the cash is visible and tangible. It doesn't feel like free money when you have to hand over dollar bills at the register. Because it's more challenging to keep track of all your money in one large sum, this system makes you more conscious about where every penny goes. How does it work? The system is built around a straightforward foundation. Instead of spending using your credit and debit cards, you are to withdraw your cash budget and divide it into different envelopes. You then use the cash in each envelope to pay for that category of expenses. For example, if your food budget is $300 per month, you would withdraw that amount of money and put it in an envelope labeled food. Then, whenever you go grocery shopping or out to eat, you would use the money allocated there. You may probably wonder what happens when you run out of money in that category before the end of the month. You simply don't spend any more. Let's say you have a shopping budget of $100, but somehow you end up spending it on clothes. Once that money is gone, you don't get to spend any more into that category. So you either have to make do with less shopping or buy cheaper items next month. This system will surely test your discipline. Think of it as making small efforts towards a more significant change. Over time, it moves from something you have to do to something that comes naturally. How to use this system for your budget. The first thing you need to do is identify and address those expense categories that take up the most of your income, causing you to overspend. These are the areas the system is created around. They often vary depending on what stage of life you're in. For example, most people have trouble staying frugal and splurge on groceries, eat out, shopping, and entertainment. To start using the cash envelope method, you have to set a realistic budget according to your earnings. Once your paycheck arrives, withdraw cash from the bank for each category and store them in designated envelopes. Remember to keep those in safe locations at home, where you won't be tempted to open them. Next up is to discipline yourself to reach for cash when purchasing anything from these categories, only rarely using your card to supplement it. Instead, try to stick with cheaper products when you need something from a category like shopping, for instance. That way, you can eliminate excessive spending. Benefits of the cash envelope system. Number 1, with the cash envelope system, you can see how much you have left to spend for each category in exact terms. This makes it easier to plan out your expenditure for the week and to know if you have enough money remaining without accidentally overdrawing your account. Number 2, it prevents overspending on things like groceries, clothes, or entertainment, because once an envelope runs out of cash, you have no choice but to stop buying things in that category. This will save money by preventing impulse purchases at checkout lines. Number 3, there is no need for receipts or keeping track of where every dollar goes because everything is accounted for from day 1. Number 4, it helps with budgeting by allowing you to set aside some extra money each month towards specific categories if needed, such as vacations or birthdays. Number 5, this system makes you disciplined. If you can be disciplined in your spending, you are well on your way to making better all-round financial decisions. Once you have a budget plan in place, it becomes easier to save a little extra and splurge on yourself when required. There are 2 basic rules of money. The first one being to know that money is finite, and the second one that it takes hard work to earn it. There are no shortcuts, at least not any that last, but there are ways to make sure that you're stretching your dollar as far as it will go. And one of the best ways to do that is with this system. Why you need to be more budget conscious. For most people, the idea of being budget conscious is about as appealing as a root canal. But it pays to know what you are spending and how you are spending it. When you are budget conscious, you learn how to be content with what you have. You know how to save for future needs and wants, and you will be one step closer to a debt-free life. You don't need a fancy system to be aware of your money. Simply visit your local stationery store and pick up any envelope sizable enough to fit your budget amounts. Write down what each envelope is for, and you're good to go. So, how else do you intend to save your money? Please let me know in the comments section below. If you learned something new today, please like and share this video with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss more videos of Millionaire Mind. We will see you in the next video. Take care.